Hello. Ava did not get enough sleep last night, so she woke up a few times, including at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was so sure that she must have had a stomach ache, or maybe I did something wrong. I shouldn't have given her something to eat. And then at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning, it dawned on me that she probably just needs to pee. And so I put her on the potty, and she pees, and instantly she's quiet, and she goes to sleep. I could have saved myself all this hassle by putting her on the potty to pee when she was stirring and protesting. And it was like the simplest solution, and I made it the most complicated thing. Hey, Julie. So this little sleepyhead woke up at least 5 times last night because she had to pee, and I didn't realize she was trying to tell me she needed to pee. Because she didn't say pee because she was half asleep. She just realized she was uncomfortable. And so I thought there was something wrong. And then I thought she had a stomach ache. So I put like Yaosan on her stomach, which is menthol oil, thinking that would help her with her stomach ache. And she kept stirring. And finally at 6 o'clock in the morning, I realized, oh, she probably needs to pee. So I put her on the potty, she pees, and instantly it's quiet. So isn't it so funny like how complicated we make things? What's up, Austin? Hey. We have a guest in our midst, Austin Schroeder. What are you up to?
You know, I should just know this.
What's that?
The flashlight that connects to the Poltergeist 5000.
It's the flashlight that connects to the Poltergeist 5000.
No, it's called Polterdust 5000.
Polterdust 5000, which sucks up all the ghosts in the Luigi Mansion Dark Moon game.
And this is the Poltergeist 5000.
She's training me too, yeah, that's right.
You see how big it is compared to the flashlight?
Yeah, your backpack. Is that where the ghosts go in? So you suck the ghosts in through the Polterdust 5000,
yeah,
and then you store them in your backpack.
And then they go into the machine.
So you dump out the ghosts.
And then when they're in the machine, then they get stuck in painting.
Oh, they get stuck in the painting. Because if you look at the paintings in the game, some of the people move because they're stuck in the paintings. The good guys get stuck in the paintings too, and so part of their job is to rescue them, like Toad and Mario.
Yeah, but only King Boo can stuck them in the painting.
But King Boo has the power to stick them in the paintings.
Yeah, with his very cool jewel crown.
I hope you got all that.
His jewel crown is very powerful, and it can destroy the Dark Moon by using all this power.
Oh.
It's very strong.
Somebody needs a haircut. When's your next haircut due, buddy? I think Saturday, huh? Just in time before we make it to Thomas's birthday party.
Well,
Thomas has a birthday party coming up.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is easy. You can also find it at the Nickel-Rama place in Texas.
Oh, the Nickel-Rama in Texas, as well as Adventure Landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in our Adventure Landing.
But not in our Adventure Landing. The one in San Diego.
No. Yes. In San Diego.
In San Diego. So the other thing I did today was we went to check out this art exhibit.
I found a key.
Oh, what's the key for, Austin?
To unlock a door that is closed.
Unlock the door that is closed. Someone's out. I'll turn her away from the light.
This key is special.
Why is it special? Why is that key special, Austin?
Because you have to stick it in very hard, but it's hard to stick it in.
Oh.
So you have to take off the lid first. The key.
Yeah.
And then you have to do some drawing. And then you can open it.
Okay.
You can only try it on 2 doors.
Yeah. What else?
Do you know Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon can suck up the ghost? It can turn into a flashlight or the vacuum.
Oh, Aunt Julie says that's so cool, Austin. Aunt Julie approves.
What?
And we need to cut your fingernails.
And you want to put Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, then you have to turn on like a lot of lights to make it dark.
You Yeah, so he turns off all the lights in the house to play the Luigi Dark Moon with his Polterdust 5000 and his backpack that sucks up the ghosts, which is so much better than him playing just watching the red Kindle fire. So it's okay if the house is dark as long as he's exercising.
Why are you using
doing
Dad's
things.
phone?
Huh?
Why are you using Dad's phone?
Oh, so I have the Instagram story going on, I have the Facebook live going on, and I have the YouTube video going on. So we have 3 cameras going in the Diva Light right now.
And this can pull up. This can pull up much longer.
Oh, it's a pretty fancy flashlight.
Yeah.
You want to show them all the features of the flashlight?
Yeah, there's these 2 buttons,
Uh-huh.
and this one lights up.
Uh-huh. So the neck, does it swivel? What's the point of being able to pull it out? No, it doesn't swivel. Oh, but it really extends out far.
Oh no, you pulled up this. You can't.
Oh,
pull
so
up
this
that.
does swivel. Okay, that's really cool. So it has a snake swivel neck.
Yeah.
We got it on Amazon.
And then you can do this.
Yes. And then show them the features, like what happens when you push this button, Austin. So you have this light setting.
And then it turns
It
red.
turns red. Don't
And
forget the head.
And then it's flashing red.
And then there's flashing red.
And
know if
I
you can
don't
see
like it
very well
like
on the
this
camera.
tall. I don't like it like this.
Okay, he's gonna put it back.
No, I don't want it this though. Because this is too dangerous.
Oh, it's too dangerous, he says.
Because I don't want this to hurt people.
Oh,
So I have to push it in.
he's gonna fix it, turn it back to normal. Apparently, that's not how he likes it.
Yeah, because I don't want you to do that.
So, Austin, I went to a museum today. It's called the Rainbow Vomit. Pretty funny name, huh? So this is like this interactive museum
It's
kind
so
of.
bright.
And it's interactive art. And you can take these beautiful pictures, and it was really cool. Anyways, I looked at the pictures, and some of them, like my belly was kind of sticking out. I was like, oh gosh, my stomach is sticking out. Like, what's up with that? And usually, I was thinking, okay, so this can go one of 2 ways. I could be really like bent out of shape about my belly. What are you doing, Austin? Or, hey, don't do that, Austin.
I'm choosing one.
I see that. So I could be like really bent out of
I
shape
really
about the stomach, right? Because I saw the picture, I'm like, ooh, what is that with the big stomach? And I could have been like, oh, like my stomach sucks, and I can't believe I have such a big stomach. She's gonna need a link to that flashlight, Austin. No problem, Julie. I will send you the link, the Amazon link, Jules. And so I was like, oh my gosh, my stomach is so big. And then I could like have a really defeating conversation about it. Or I could say, well, like, what did you do in the past? And how did it work? And I realized, back in February 2016, which is, I guess, 3 years ago almost, I did something different. I followed this program called 21 Day Fix Extreme. And it was like 2 days of eating mostly vegetables, protein, and 1 serving of carbs with like 3 servings of fat. And then so it's like 3 days of stuff. So every 3rd day I would eat like a regular meal, and then, which is like normal servings of carbs and fat and all that stuff. And then every 2 out of the 3 days I would eat mostly protein, vegetables, very little carbs, like just 1 serving of carbs, no fruit, and some fat, like nuts, seeds, avocado, all that stuff was fine. And when I did that, and when I did the exercise program, that was only 30 minutes a day, called 21 Day Fix Extreme, like, the weight came right off. I was like, oh, I should totally do that again. And so I printed out the workout schedule and the food plan and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's time to get back into shape. So the reason why I share that with you is because usually, whenever I am in a place of resistance and I'm thinking about how much something sucks and how much I want to change something, I would think about, I'm not okay with how things are right now. And, like there's this concept that I wanted to master, which was, you are okay right now exactly as you are, as things are right now. I was like, no, like that's not possible. You that's like a weird concept. Like, I don't get that concept. How can you be okay with how things are right now? And how could you, because if you were, then how would you transform? How would you continue to grow? And I was thinking, if I was okay with how things are right now, then why would I desire things to transform and change? And it's funny because the world we live in is such a world of dichotomy. There's so much world of duality, right? Like, if you're not expanding, you're not growing, you're not leveling up, you're not evolving, as a soul, as a person, then you are not really living. Like, even our cells, like the cells of our body, are constantly regenerating, forming new cells, eating up old cells, getting rid of the old cells, building new cells. Like, our body's constantly regenerating, renewing, like that is like a theme of our life. And so, of course, you're going to keep expanding, you're going to keep growing, you're going to keep evolving, you're going to keep leveling up as a person. But it doesn't mean that you have to resist how things are right now. It doesn't mean that you're unhappy with how things are right now. You could be with how things are doing. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. You are beautiful too. And I was learning how to use lashes the other day, and I was just like, I should call Julie and ask her what's the best lashes to use, because she is the lashes expert. and I was just like, like, you totally could be away with it. You could totally be okay with how things are right now. Embrace your big belly and your body and your challenges and your struggles and everything, and still be on your way to living a deeply transformed life. Like, transform your body so that it looks like a fit, strong person. And I was like, well, how could I possibly be okay with my body right now? Like, what purpose does it serve? Like, how is it okay? Because it didn't look good in the pictures. And I was like, well, when I go through struggles and when I go through challenges, it makes me a better person. It makes me grow as a person, as a soul, and it also helps me relate to others. And when others talk about their challenges and their struggles with their weight or their stomach or their body image or the mental picture they have of themselves, like, I would get it. I would really, really get it on a profound level because I experienced it myself. So yeah, there is some value in feeling the resistance, feeling something you're resisting, being with it, seeing how you think about it, and then letting it go, processing the emotions, sharing with all the people out there that you love deeply, and share your experience, right? And then it also makes me for a better life coach, because then when we talk about struggles, or when my clients talk about struggles, like, I really, really get it as a human being. So that was really intriguing. And I thought that was really cool. And I was thinking about other stuff I wanted to share with you. So today is just going to be a medley of stuff. And I was thinking about this powerful story my friend shared with me. So when I was at the Vomit, it's called Rainbow Vomit. It's like the most intriguing name. It's called Rainbow Vomit, like it's throw up, like barf. So it's called Rainbow Vomit Dallas. Check out the exhibit. It's amazing. And so fun, very interactive, and your kids would love it too. And kids under 3 are free. And so I'm there with my life coach, who is a powerhouse, a badass, just utter love. And she never judges me. She always gives me really great guidance on how I can live my most powerful life. And then we were with Sandy, who is like my life coach's BFF. And Sandy is a fountain of love. Like, just being in her presence, you just feel deeply loved. Like, I was sitting there and my belly was sticking out, and she goes, cross your leg, and then she takes the picture, and I'm like, oh, the leg is hiding the stomach. Like, she's so what's the word? She's so lovely about it. She's so kind about it. She doesn't say, hey, your stomach is sticking out, cross your leg over so that it kind of covers up your stomach. It's more flattering. She just says, cross your legs. Like, she was just so, like, she's so gentle and kind. And so, like, she's this lovely, wonderful fountain of love. When you're in Sandy's presence, you just feel deeply loved. Like, if I'm doing this live stream right now and she jumps on and she starts sending me hearts, like, I get all fired up because I feel like she's pouring all this love into me. And so I hope I do that for you. I hope I'm pouring all this love into you by sharing myself. And I was thinking about one of the stories that she shared with me, and I know that she wouldn't mind me sharing because she is a fountain of love, and I was sharing this with one of my clients. And this is how the story goes. I said, the story goes, if you had 6 months of life left in your life, like how would you live things differently? I was having this conversation with one of my clients, and I was sharing her the story about the red juice and the white couch. And so the story goes, you're sitting here with your child, your loved one, your daughter, and she drinks some red juice, and you're spending time with her, and she drinks some red juice and she accidentally spills some juice on your white couch. And usually your typical reaction is like, oh my gosh, this is the white couch, there's red juice on it, like how am I going to like clean this up, like it's not gonna come out, and and all this stuff. And she said, Sandy shared the most profound thing with me. There was a point in her life where she didn't know how much time she had left to live. And so I was thinking, okay, if I put myself in that position, if I only had 6 months to live, and I was talking here with my daughter, she was sitting on the couch, and then she accidentally spilled some red juice on the white couch, I could freak out, right? And I could be really upset. Or I could realize like, oh my gosh, like I only have 6 months left with my daughter, maybe less. And she is sitting here and she's having a conversation with me. I'm treasuring this moment I have with her, and this may be the last moment that I share with her before I pass on into the spiritual realm. And instead of me being all worked up about the couch, as if the couch really mattered, I could look at her eyes and see, what is her experience of this? Is she's looking deeply into my eyes, making sure that I still love her, that it's okay that she spilled some red juice on the couch, and I still love her anyways. And I would actually treasure the moment. I would treasure the memory and remember that, oh my gosh, remember that time when she spilled the red juice on the couch? And I did not freak out about it. And I just looked at her eyes and saw like the immense love that was coming out. And she was looking for me, for my approval, to see if I still loved her anyways. Like, imagine. Can you imagine living that way? I was sharing this story with my client. I was just bawling my eyes out because I finally got like how it felt to have only 6 months left to live. And you're talking and you're having this conversation with your daughter. She accidentally spills some red juice on the couch. The couch is a couch. It's of this physical realm. You're not taking the couch with you when you pass on, when you die. So what do you treasure more? Do you treasure more the memory that you have with your daughter? And let me see if I can adjust this connection. Do you treasure more the memory that you have with your daughter? Or do you treasure or do you treasure the couch? So what if there's a red stain on the couch? Yeah, it gives it more character. And I was just thinking like, gosh, like if we lived in that way and if we thought we only had like 6 months to live, we only had like 6 months left to live, we would drop so much of the crap. We would drop so much of any mundane stuff. Like we wouldn't care if there was red juice on the couch. We wouldn't care if our husband left his freaking razor blade out. We wouldn't care if my husband didn't put away the freaking clothes. Or he wouldn't care if I didn't put away the clothes, because he always puts away his clothes. But like, you wouldn't be like so petty. You wouldn't care about the really stupid stuff. And how often is it that we just get really caught up in this really stupid stuff and we have arguments about it and we let it totally distract us from the quality of life that we'd like to live. And, that's not living with intention. That's not living the way we could be living our life. And I just thought, gosh, like, why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we get caught up in this busyness, this distraction, these mundane, petty things, and then like yell at our husband about stuff like that, like yell at our kids about stuff like that. Yeah, we should raise our kids to remind them that try not to spill, water or juice on the couch and stuff, and we shouldn't have water, juice in the couch. We probably should have juice in the kitchen or something, especially if you're more prone to like, open containers and stuff. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter. You don't really care about the red couch. You care about your child's well-being. You care about the relationship with you have with your loved one, your spouse. You care about like how did it you care about how was your memory. You care about like how did it go, like what would you remember. And I was so moved by that story, and I hope that story moved you too and gets you to kind of rethink how you live your life and put yourself in the perspective if you only had 6 months left to live, like how would you live it? How would you be? How would your interactions go? How would you spend your time? Would you waste your time and energy on caring about, thinking about, arguing about stuff that you don't really care about, stuff that doesn't really matter, right? Of course not. So that was the wisdom of the day that I wanted to share with you. And today one of my friends, she asked about a course I offered, and I realized that the link doesn't work. I'm taking this course called Overcoming Under Earning. It's this workbook, and it's funny because if you don't have a way to receive money from other people, then how can people send you money, right? And I realized that if I was not able to offer my course with a proper link that can accept people's money through PayPal, then how are they going to pay for the course? It was very eye-opening. And so I'll fix that tonight, and I'll share about the 2 courses I'm currently offering. One course is called How to Write Powerful Manifestations for, I think it's $39, and then the other course is a mini course on how to live a soul elevated life, which is $97. And that course talks about like how you can learn to meditate, write your daily manifestations, do your envisioning work. You can follow your triggers and understand like how you can live more powerfully when you dig into them instead of resisting them. And I forgot what that 5th step was, but I show it to you all. And like journaling, having a journaling practice. And so I show you all the ins and outs and how I do it and how it has transformed my life drastically and how it's helped me access, given me access to living a soul elevated life. And the last thing I'd like to talk to you about is I'm a life coach. That's what I do for a living. I help you access your most transformed, powerful life. And there is nothing wrong with your life right now. There's nothing wrong with you. You're whole. You're complete. You're perfect. You're divine. You're a being of light. You are a child of God. You are a manifestation of the multiverse. You are magnificent. You have profound power. And you are a badass powerhouse. And you are capable of so much. And you are actually capable of living your best life, and you actually have access to it if you so choose. And it's funny because if you like kind of like whisked or brace yourself at the stuff that, if you kind of like bristled at the stuff I just said, you kind of resisted it, then it sounds like you don't know your power. You don't know who you truly are. And when I hired a life coach is when I realized how truly powerful I am, and I do have the power to create the life that I desire to live. And so I learned that we have access to all this. We are a creator. We can create the life that we desire to live, and we just don't know. Like, we don't know that we have access to it. We don't know how to access it. We don't know that we are capable of accessing it. And so that's what I do as a life coach. I help you live your best life. I help you access your power. I help you have joy and fulfillment in every moment of your life. I help you have powerful relationships and conversations with the people you deeply care about, like your spouse, your significant other, your parents, your kids, your sister, your brother, your coworkers, people you interact with, people you love, even random strangers on the street. No one's really random because we're all connected, we're all one. And it's so powerful. It's so powerful to live a deeply transformed, deeply fulfilling, infinitely powerful, profoundly meaningful life. Life that is really worth waking up to every single day. And believe it or not, you have the power. You have Everything that you need, everything that you desire, all the power to live such a life, you already have. It exists within you. The only thing is you don't know how to access it. You totally forgot. You don't realize your power. And so as a life coach, I help you remember this. I help you access it. I help you see your blind spots. I help you tap into and tune into this vibrational frequency, this channel, this paradigm that already exists. You just have no idea how to get to it, how to access it. And in fact, you don't even know it exists. You're like, what? Like, how does that exist? Like, this is the life I live. It's going to be forever like this. And I really don't know how it's going to go and how I could possibly transform it. And I'm here to tell you that you absolutely have the power to transform. You absolutely have the power to live your best life. You absolutely have the power to manifest into existence the soul elevated, the soul aligned, the soul expanded version of you. That is the powerhouse, badass you. You really do. And sometimes a life coach is the very person that will help you access that very thing in the most powerful, fastest way. It's like having a meditation teacher to help you achieve enlightenment quickly. Yeah, you can definitely achieve enlightenment on your own, but it's really nice to have someone who's done it, who's been it, who's a great guide, and then it helps you get there faster, right? There's many paths to the same destination. Some people desire to take the longer path, and some people take the most powerful, fastest path, the most effective path. And that was my choice. And that's what happened when I hired a life coach. And that could be your choice when you decide and commit to hiring a life coach yourself. It takes something. It takes an exchange of energy. It takes me providing this loving, unconditional space, and to provide you with that space for you to truly transform. And I'm a master at listening to your words and the things that you share with me, because your words are a reflection of your thoughts and your faith and your beliefs and how you view your world and your life and your perspective. So I'm a master. I'm a trained master at listening to those things that you say with the utmost of care. You might not say with utmost of care, but I listen to it with the utmost of care. I listen with my heart and my soul, and I truly hear what you're saying. And I'm going to point out all your inner shit. I'm going to point out anything you're being really slippery about. I'll point out anything you're saying or doing that truly does not serve you, that is not transformative, that is not going to help with your soul's expansion, that's not going to help with you having powerful relationships with everyone around you. Like, I'm not going to stand for it. I am here to stand for you to be your most powerful self, and that's what I do for a living. I absolutely love it. And when you have me in your life, you will see how powerful you truly are. When you have a life coach in your corner, your life is, you see so much. You see so much of your magnificence and your beauty and your strength and your capability and your soul's expansion, your soul purpose, your life fulfillment, your infinite power, your profound, meaningful life. Like, you have access to all that. You see all that. And it all starts with having a life coach in your life. I know, it sounds so good, right? So if you're not sure and you're like, okay, that sounds really good, how do I do it? How do I get there? It starts with you contacting me. You can comment below in this feed. You can send me a message. You have all my contact information is in my bio. You can check me on my website at soulelevatedlife.com. And yes, I will fix all the links so you can pay for stuff. You can buy a course. You can sign up for a coaching session with me. We can have an interview so that you can see if I'm for you and you're for me. We can have lunch together if you're in the local Dallas area. We can have coffee together if you're in the Dallas local area. And we'll meet. We'll talk. We'll see if we're a good fit for one another. And then if it is meant to be, then it will be. And if it is to be, it is up to me, meaning you have the power to manifest and create the life you desire to live. You get to create the life coach you'd like to have in your life to help you really access your power. And so you can choose to work with me or not. That's completely up to you. And then we'll go from there. And if you'd like to hear some testimonials, some other clients, and you can go on my website, check them out. Everything's named Soul Elevated Life. And so, to quote Blondie, her song today goes, "Call me." That's all I got. So call me, message me, send me a comment, anything, whatever your mode of communication is, reach out to me and we'll meet up, we'll talk, we'll have a brief conversation, see if you're for me and I'm for you, and then we'll go from there. No harm, no foul. If anything, you might get some really powerful payoff because you might have this powerful life coach in your life. You might access this dimension, this paradigm that you had no idea existed. Crazy, huh? Okay, so I send you, I only have one arm, the other arm is holding Ava, love, light, and profound clarity and enlightenment for your creation of your soul elevated, soul expanded, soul aligned life and all that you're capable of. Here's to you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow. Sending you lots of love.